It's good to be back, and I really love it. I was not very active for last 8 days because, guys, you may have seen it. I was on a family trip, but now it's good to be back. And what a way to get back! We have with us Mr. Waseem Hyder. Mr. Waseem Hyder cleared PMP with all above target. People above target. Process above target, business environment above target. Now, anyone clear PMP in this way, it really fascinates me. And the journey of that person is the journey that is worth recording. And the lessons that we learn from that journey can make or break your PMP. Mr. Vasim, first of all, congratulations from the entire PMP community on clearing PMP. Before moving forward, I would like to share you something. As one student cleared PMP and he shared his journey. Hundred of the students are watching that journey, and it is possible that they will get clear the exam by watching that journey. So let's start with you. The mic belongs to you. Please share your entire journey. You know how all these things work. So mic's yours. Go ahead.
Thanks, Amir, for giving me this opportunity. I hope my voice is audible to you.
Yeah, yeah, it is audible. It is audible.
Yeah, so thanks for giving me this opportunity. And yeah, I understand the value of this video. And let me tell you that there are many journey videos from your YouTube channel which inspired me, which pushed me for this PMP certification. I recall there was last two journey video. One is of Harun, Mr. Harun, and another is for one person. I don't recall his name. He was from Goa, so that inspired me a lot, and that triggered me about the Friday mock test. I had no idea about Trideb. Let me be very honest. And I am a person who has done PMP on purely self study. I have not done any. I have not participated in boot camp. I did started my journey in 2012. I did my I earned my 35 hours PDU from Knowledge Wood. It is a prestigious PMP institute.
So you
Then
earned
I
you
left.
so you earned your PDUs into the 2012. Am I getting it right?
Yes, yes, you heard correct. You heard correctly.
Like
And
it's like almost a decade ago, long time ago.
almost
It
a
was,
decade.
yeah, it was Pembroke fourth edition at that time or third edition.
Yeah, at that time I guess it was third edition.
Okay,
Third
it was
edition.
okay, okay,
And
okay.
let me be very honest. I had no idea about PMP. I had idea about the value of this PMP, but how we will apply after doing this PMP, I had no idea. Since I am in telecom environment, I have telecom background, so I used to work very closely with many PMP certified. So I understand the weightage of this, but I was not at all aware about the technicalities, what how I'll be able to you know uh, polish my entire work, how I'll apply those concept on those things. But yes, gradually I learned also, and uh, but this, on the second phase, about 3 months back when I picked this again, then I studied it thoroughly. And there is one more reason, and you will be also agree that there are huge numbers are increase of PMP certified people. I'm not from that background, but I felt that there are huge number of PMP certified, though those are managed to mitigate this certification. The- and what I feel that this is due to coronavirus, since people are getting much time
Yeah, yeah.
sitting at home. Their travel time from office to home is almost zero. So people are getting more and more time to focus on one thing or some few things. So that is one more thing that I thought it is right time to focus on study. My office is in Gurgaon. I reside in Noida. It is 2 hour travel time, which I used to do before the Corona. So I thought this is right time to try this. And when I started learning, since I am in project management sort of role, my role is site implementation manager. So I am doing all those things which I was learning, and I could replicate now since I was at home focusing on my work only and studying a PMP or RETA. So I could relate. But yes, it is always very difficult to, you should have some. I would not advise anyone to don't go for any sort of expert coaching. It is very much required. And
Can you rephrase?
let me,
You would not advise anyone to go for the coaching, or you would advise other people to go for the coaching. So can you rephrase it
I
again?
would advise to get in touch with some expert. PMP certification required person whom you can go back and clarify. Throughout the journey there are instances you are very well aware. I many times since I was not uh, uh, I didn't any the registration. I have not done any registration in your boot camp, but I am fortunate enough that you were supporting me on my WhatsApp query. You were reverting. And then on the last stage, I when I bought this mock test of Tidy Boy, he is also very supportive. I got fortunately since you were not there, so you were holidaying, so I thought I should not disturb you, bother you, and I was exploring some other person, and fortunately I got his mobile number, tried his mobile number, and
Tardip is a great
uh,
guy. Tardip is a great guy, and he's a great friend of mine. I highly recommend his mock, not only because he's a friend of mine, but for me, his are on pedestal. If you remember what I said to you, if you can get above than 60-65% in his mocks, you can clear PMP exam. No doubt in that.
absolutely, absolutely, and so my point here is I, I I can recall that you have made a video where you have guided that how we can do PMP certification without any coaching. Yeah, in that video you have guided. There's this multiple YouTube channel
Yeah,
you have shown. So it's okay. It's some extent it is good. You are correct, but PMP is not about. It is not routed administrative training. It is a mindset. You cannot understand mindset by looking at the YouTube channel, and you cannot digest everything. You will have, obviously, when you will dive into it, you will have lots of queries, and for that you need a dedicated person, whom a dedicated expert person whom you can go back and clarify things. So uh, that's the one thing. So I feel that the people must go for boot camp. That could be yours or anyone. The people are better to identify whom
mhm.
they want to go. But yes, I would highly recommend you, since I am the person who managed to get this PMP certification with all above target just by your video. There are a couple of more videos, but those videos I was only focusing on questions, question answer sessions.
Like
There is
videos,
one more.
if you can, Andrew Ramdale, if you can mention it, because I really want, if you know other resources. For example, there is Andrew Ramdale video. He had weekly session on Tuesday. I guess he will have session on today. I
And
highly
you and
recommend that Andrew Ramdale, everyone must attend. He solve every week 10 question. That's a good.
and yeah,
Then
Andrew Ramdayal, let me tell you, Andrew Ramdayal is do must attend his this thing with weekly session. Since his most of the questions and most of the query which he used to discuss, those are based on mindset and servant leader, and the entire uh, questions which I have given, I felt that most of the question, if there are 180 question, I feel that 150 questions are on the servant leader and mindset.
Okay, on servant leader and mindset, the basis of the exam questions are because exam is all about situational, and when it comes to situational, so it has to be all about mindset and all those things. You don't have the questions anymore like direct definition and things like that. You cannot have that anymore in the current PMP exam. Okay, go ahead. So let's talk about now, Wasim, more about your exam. Your exam was in home or in center base?
In center this
In
early
center.
morning 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Now that's very early. I never recommend that. If you have asked me, I would have said maybe booked at 10. Like tomorrow, Chakra had an exam. His timing is 10 a.m. I never let anyone to give exam before 10. I want them to get into the face. But that's your personal choice. Okay. So how did you manage that time? Time for the exam.
uh,
Time management. Very important.
Very bad, very bad, very bad, very poor. Bad is understatement. It was actually poor. Nothing. I Since I have seen almost more than 15 journey videos in your YouTube channel, I have not heard anyone said that he has uh, he took 100 or 110 minutes in first 60 question. I took 110 minutes in first 60
110
question.
minutes. 100 and,
Yeah.
am I hearing it correctly? You are saying 110 minutes, right?
Yes, you are hearing it exactly correct. And let me be very honest. I, trapped in pressure, in mental pressure. So that was the reason. Questions was all were these situational questions. But yes, I was under pressure. I was reading lot of things which I have prepared. I learned from you and some other coaches also, but I failed to apply those things in
No
first
issue.
60 questions.
No issue. Okay, you took 110 minutes for the first 60 question. What about that? You took break?
Yeah, I went for break, and as you always advise, use fully those 10 minutes. I use those breaks. I, uh, I was with my chocolate as you advise. So I had my chocolate. Then yeah, it works. Works. I uh, did some breathing exercise, and it works. And second and third were quite smooth. In fact, when I came for second break after second 60 questions, I I had very strong feeling that I just need to I'm pass. I was
Okay.
get I had some sort of positive vibes.
And why is that so? What led to you in the second section?
So that is very important question. So let me those are watching your video, and those are aspirant of PMP. Let me tell you, they need to focus on mindset and servant leader. The entire question is on servant leadership style and this thing mindset. Entire question, even if question is coming, there are couple of two question I guess of SPI and CPI. If a person who has not worked on servant leader style, servant leadership and this thing mindset, he will fail to answer those questions. He will trap in those questions, and he would have answer on the calculative part, but those were actually not at all the calculation
So coming to the next
basis
question
of.
also. So there was any calculation questions or no calculation questions?
There was no, not at all. As all the recent. certified people said there was no question for the calculation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that.
There was a very basic question of SPA and CPI. They have given for, for first week, second week, and third,
Wasim,
fourth.
you cannot share the exact question.
Yeah,
You
I'm not
cannot.
sharing. I know PMI PMI
Yeah,
guideline.
but
So
this is being an authorized trainer. This is my responsibility to communicate to you that you cannot share the exact question. Okay, so
yeah,
Wasim,
yeah.
let's talk one more time about the time management. So first section you took 110 minutes. This mean you are left only with 2 hours. You are left with 120 minutes, right?
Right.
So how did you manage time then back there?
Yeah, yeah. In second block, what I did, I use your strategy which you have advised uh, for last 15 questions. You advise you read right last question and or last 2 3 paragraph, and based on that you can trigger the answer.
You
So and
can.
that works for more than 30 or 35 questions for me.
Oh,
And
that's very
I
nice.
was confident that these question answers are correct.
Okay. Again, the reason was because this was more related to the mindset, right?
Yeah. Mindset is very important. Very, very, very important. Mindset and servant leadership, if you have your concepts are clear, no one can stop you.
So
This is what I
the
feel.
the thing I always say that the two most important thing about the PMP exam, less like 10 minutes ago before we started recording the journey, I talked to Chakra and I gave him two advice: agile mindset and servant leadership. So these are still the key of PMP. If you want to clear PMP exam, agile mindset and servant leadership. Even the question belongs to predictive environment. You still have to be a servant leader. Because many students get confused in this way. Okay, this question does not belong to hybrid or agile environment, so we cannot be servant leader. We have to be servant leader for all the questions, right?
Right, exactly. This is a trigger thing. When I'm pretty much confident if anyone who is going with the servant leadership mindset or and applying the correct mindset, so no one can stop. Uh, Let me tell you, there is a YouTube channel of EduComp. They are doing excellent job, and I used to follow their weekly YouTube this thing session
Which
for
one?
agile.
Which channel? Which channel?
Educomp.
Edu Home. Okay, I don't know. Do share the link with me. I thought you were saying EDU HubSpot because they are all guys. EDU
EduHub.
Hub.
Sorry. EduHub.
Yeah,
EduHub. Sorry.
yeah. The
Sorry.
Varun
I'm
Anand.
sorry.
Varun Anand
Varun.
basically.
Varun.
Yeah, Varun
Yeah.
Anand. So you are
They
following.
are bring.
You are doing
Sorry.
their agile one or predictive one. I guess they are doing
Only
both of.
they are bringing agile, very tough agile questions in during their weekly call.
Nidhi
So
is doing that. Nidhi is doing that, I guess, because for for PMP, Varun or the other guy does that. For Agile, Nidhi is doing that, or same PMP
no, no,
questions.
no. Varun and the other guy,
Okay, okay,
I'm not recalling his name. They are doing weekly call. So their questions are. So I'm about to say something else. Those questions are very complex. I'm telling you, at least in my exam set, there was no that complex situation question from agile. Agile
hmm,
questions were very straight. If you got a change request during a sprint, how your develop who will take the lead, who so they will give you answer couple of answer which has some predictive approach, where like they will give you go to change management team, and then there will be answer of go you will sprint will take decision. So it is a very basic question. If you're clear on the scrum and agile framework, anyone can crack those questions.
Okay, okay. So just
Not at all.
if I put it this way, apart from my YouTube channel, we are of course daily putting all those stuff. And you Ramdyal weekly coaching sessions and EDU HubSpot weekly coaching sessions, they can be very useful for the students who are clearing the PMP exam, right?
Right, 100%.
Hmm.
100%.
That is so, guys. Everyone watching, we have almost 20 people watching at a different medium. So please do watch these questions as these have helped Wasim. So let's go depth into deep. Wasim, I'd really like to go into deep about the PMP exam. Which area was mostly targeted in the exam? Is it agile, stakeholder, communication, and team? These were like 80% of the exam, or no?
Yeah. The most of the questions are from agile, hybrid, but yes, somehow they what I would advise people do focus on resource management chapter, both
Okay.
Rita and PM doc.
Okay, for
It's,
those
since
people,
resource,
for those people who are like reading the Rita, because majority people, you are one of the good students who can understand Rita. 99% of the people, they cannot understand Rita, and plus, Wasim, you know that you cleared PMP exam. Rita is not updated. Rita is not updated.
yeah, you're right.
That's, that's a big
And
problem.
I got opportunity to thanks you 101 that you have advised me about this Scrum guide. It is very important.
Yeah,
Scrum,
yeah.
but PMBOK is not sufficient. If you'll see how Scrum guide of 14 page, how they have uh, that is very clear and concise. That's enough thing which one need to understand.
Yeah, of course, of course. If you can go to the Scrum Guide, you can download the Scrum Guide for free of cost. And I am also putting the link here. Here, we guys,
I'm,
if you can
I'm
download this.
thankful that you have advised me in during one of free session, and right immediate next day, I took the printout and started reading those. And every alternate, I used to mug up everything, all the 14 pages.
How much time it took you to complete the PMP preparation? I'm not talking about 2012 to now. Actually, how much time it took you to complete
Precisely,
precisely?
precisely 3 months. I was very dedicated. I sent my wife to his
3 months is a good time. Like, I would say it's a very small journey comparing with the people who are even going to some institutes, and the institutes are saying like 7 to 8 months. So from this side, 3 months is nothing. I highly appreciate the way you did it. Like 3 months are a very
I
short
study
time.
hard. I never ever studied like this. I sent my wife and my 5 year kid to their nanny's house. They are in Lucknow for a month. I almost for a month, not for a month, about 25 days, and I didn't take I didn't take any leave for that period.
No,
After
that's
the office
important.
hours,
No, no, no leave. That's also
no leave.
important. No leave. That's good.
I,
That's
I
good.
took leave. I did take leave right before the exam
How
for
many
five
days?
days. For 5 days.
Okay, okay, then that's okay. Because I was actually very impressed with no leave. That become nearly very daunting task. Okay, let's talk about further. How many questions were from the risk area
Very
approximately?
approximately uh, 2 3 questions.
What about procurement
Procurement. I guess only one question there was. And that was
oh
very
and,
pretty straight.
and those scope schedule cost?
There were a lot of questions from scope, but that was mix of resource management and
Okay,
you need to
okay.
understand overall
Uh,
framework of.
Overall framework of, okay, okay, okay. So you have given us a lot of information. Thank you very much. So what is your final advice to all PMP aspirant?
As I said, uh, do focus on servant leadership style and mindset.
Servant
It is
leadership.
key. Yeah,
It
it
is
is
it
key
is
to get this, and I'm guaranteeing that if somebody, if the exam content which I got, with it is the right, it is the pattern of PMI. They can surely get above target in all domain.
And I would like to add one very important thing here. More and more people, since almost all of our students for last few months, they have got all above target. People are running after all above target. Guys, very, very important thing. The purpose of PMP exam is to pass the PMP. To pass the PMP. Even if you get target people, target process below target, business environment, or one below target and two target, still you clear the exam. The goal is to pass the PMP. Yes, getting all above target is cherry on the top. But don't get like even I had one student,
Agree.
even I had one student who got two above target and one target, and he was kind of unhappy. So that is not fair. I actually don't remember when I gave my exam like almost a decade ago. I at that time it was not target, it was more of a something else. But I didn't remember how I got it. What was my score? The goal is to pass the exam, and of course, all above target is cherry on the top. Thank you, Wasim. Thank you very much. You have been waiting that I come back from the trip and we can have this thing. And I just came back an hour ago, and the first thing I said I want to record journey of Wasim because he has been waiting and he even asked me in the morning. So when you are coming back, I said I will be back in the evening and we will record. Thank you, Wasim. And in the
Thank
end, I just want to say one more thing. As I helped you, Tridib helped you, EDU HubSpot, and you Ramdal, and all those people who are putting the free material, they helped you. Please, each one teach one. Each one
absolutely.
teach. If we can do that, I am sure between you and me and between all those people, we can make it a better world. Thank you, Wasim. Thank you very much. And once again, congratulations from the entire PMP community. Bye bye.
Thank you, Amna, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.